Hardship doesn't come to break you. It comes to reveal what's really inside you. When life gets tough, it's not an injustice, it's a test. A test that Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, faced. Not once, not twice. His entire life. War, betrayal, death of his children, plague. He endured it all and never gave up. He didn't run away, didn't wallow in self-pity. He wrote, he reflected, he acted. Most importantly, he left us a legacy, a guide to building inner resilience, not for gods or sages, but for people like you, those who fall but want to learn how to stand back up, stronger, clearer, steadier. In this video, we're diving deep into the mind of Marcus Aurelius, not to glorify the past, but to learn how to navigate our own struggles today. Together, we'll explore how Stoicism can transform a hard life into a strong life. If you want to build true inner strength, not just surface-level mindset, but deep, lasting stability, then subscribe now, because this isn't just a philosophy lesson, it's a masterclass in mental survival. Let's get started. Part 1. Who was Marcus Aurelius? Being Emperor of Rome. On paper, it sounds like the peak of power, but for Marcus Aurelius, it was anything but a life of luxury. It was a battlefield, outside and within. Historical context. Marcus Aurelius was born in 121 AD in a Rome that was mighty but unstable. By the age of 17, his sharp mind, discipline, and character caught the Emperor Hadrian's attention. He was seen as a future leader, entering the circle of power, yet never chasing fame. When he became emperor in 161, he didn't inherit a golden throne. He inherited a crumbling empire. During his 19-year reign, he faced everything feared in human life. A never-ending war against barbarian tribes up north. A deadly pandemic, the Antonine Plague. Famines, political betrayals, and the deepest pain, the death of several of his children. While statues portray him as calm, composed marble, he often slept in military camps, under tents, in the cold, surrounded by wounded and dead. And it was right there, in the heart of chaos, that he wrote his thoughts. A journal, not a masterpiece. It's an inner survival diary written for himself, in solitude. Every line was a way to stand firm, to remain just, upright, clear-headed, despite adversity. Key quote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Marcus Aurelius. This isn't a comforting phrase, it's a harsh reminder. Life owes you nothing, but you owe it to yourself to master yourself. Marcus Aurelius wasn't a superhero. He was a man who refused to be broken. And for him, everything started with one decision: accepting that suffering is part of life. That's what we'll explore next: how to turn pain into inner strength.
Part 2. Stoic Resilience. Endure with purpose. There are two ways to face hardship. You can either let it break you, or you can use it to build yourself. Stoicism doesn't say, everything will be fine. It says something far more powerful. Everything that happens can be a tool to make you stronger. What does true resilience mean to a Stoic? Nowadays, people talk a lot about just holding on. Be strong, keep your head up, grin and bear it. But for the Stoics, resilience isn't just about surviving pain. It's about using pain as fuel, about turning hardship into growth. For Marcus Aurelius, suffering isn't an accident. It's a test, a necessary path. And if you walk it consciously, you come out stronger, clearer, more grounded. Marcus Aurelius, the obstacle is the way. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius writes, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Marcus Aurelius. Pause on that for a moment. What's blocking you? What's hurting you? What seems like it's destroying your plans? It might just be the exact thing that's leading you to where you need to be. Marcus Aurelius didn't have an easy life, but he turned every wound into discipline, every loss into clarity, every trial into a stepping stone. Amor fati, loving your fate. This Stoic principle is at the heart of it all. Not just accepting what happens, but learning to love it. Amor fati, love of fate. Not because it's pleasant, but because it's formative. Because every experience, even the painful ones, can help you evolve if you choose to see it that way. Epictetus, another great Stoic, said, "It's not things themselves that trouble us, but our opinions about them." You can't control what happens to you, but you can choose your response. And that choice, it's the beginning of true inner freedom. This principle is at the very heart of Epictetus's philosophy. He took it even further than Marcus Aurelius. Epictetus, once a slave turned philosopher, developed a mindset that's radical, powerful, and uncompromising. We'll dive deep into his teachings in an upcoming video. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell so you don't miss it, because Epictetus is Stoicism in its purest form. Modern examples. Take two situations: a painful breakup, a major career failure. In both cases, you have a choice: complain, ruminate, fall apart, or observe, understand, rebuild. A Stoic doesn't deny the pain. They listen to it, they use it, and always ask, how can this situation lift me up instead of crushing me? Pain as discipline. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his military camp to keep himself from breaking down. He could have sunk into the comforts of power, but he chose to harden himself in hardship. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Meditations. Every pain is a forge, and you are the metal. The choice is yours. Will you come out broken or tempered? Reflect and share. What's been the biggest obstacle in your life? Not the easiest to spot, but the one that changed you. What did it reveal in you? What strength emerged? Write it down in the comments. Shine a light on it, because your strength might just start there. Now that we've seen how Stoicism turns pain into power, let's dive into another core teaching of Marcus Aurelius: mastery over yourself. Not to shut down emotions, but to stop being their prisoner. Part 3. Self-mastery, the true inner power. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can always choose who you become because of it. That's the essence of Stoicism. Turning pain into power, not by magic, not by running away, but through self-mastery. Because everything around you can crumble: your job, love, health, your reputation, even your own body. But there's one place that can stay steady even in the storm: your mind. It's not things that upset people, but the judgments they make about those things. Epictetus. You have no control over what others say, do, or think, but you have full control over how you respond. You can get angry, fall apart, become bitter, or you can stand tall, observe, breathe, answer with clarity, not impulse. Imagine this. You just went through a painful breakup. You feel betrayed, rejected, misunderstood. Your ego's on fire. Your heart hurts. You want to lash out, send that message, call, explode. Pause. What if, instead of reacting, you applied this simple Stoic idea? It's not what happens to you that hurts, but the meaning you give to what happens. You can't stop the pain, but you can refuse to make it your prison. The Stoics didn't say, "Don't feel." Quite the opposite. They said, "Feel, but choose your response." You can cry, but don't destroy yourself. You can be angry, but don't turn hateful. You can be scared, but don't give up on what's right. The best revenge is not to become like your enemy, Marcus Aurelius. That's powerful because it asks you to resist the easy emotion and instead cultivate quiet dignity, the kind that doesn't boast but rises. Think about a recent moment when you reacted instead of responded. What would your best self have done? Write it down in the comments. Bring awareness to it. And share this video with someone going through strong emotions, someone who needs a reminder of calm, clarity, and inner strength. Part 4. The Foundations of Inner Strength. Life doesn't get easier. You just get stronger. And that strength? It's something you build. Not when life's comfortable, but through challenges. Not by trying to control everything, but by choosing your inner attitude. The Stoics handed down a way of life that's both demanding and freeing. Here are 4 pillars to help you cultivate that strength every single day. 1. Clarity. Every morning, take 2 minutes to ask yourself, what is within my control today, and what isn't? This simple exercise reconnects you with your real power to act, not some illusion of control. It keeps you focused and sharp. 2. Temperance. Don't react on impulse. Don't let emotions run your day. Someone sends a rude message, someone criticizes you, breathe. Wait. The best revenge is not to become like your enemy, Marcus Aurelius. Temperance is quiet strength. It means refusing to be controlled by others or by your moods. 3. Active acceptance. A Stoic doesn't run away from reality. He accepts it actively, saying yes to what you can't control without giving up. You're hurt, you're tired, things aren't going your way. Okay, now what are you going to do with that? It's not things themselves that disturb people, but their judgments about those things. Epictetus. Acceptance doesn't mean surrender. It means coming back to what you can do right here and right now. 4. Right action. A Stoic doesn't stay stuck in their head. He acts. Always. Even if it's just a small step, even when tired or hurt. The goal isn't to solve everything. It's to do what's right with what you have right now. It's not victory that lifts you up, but the fight well fought. Seneca. Real life example. Burnout. Feeling overwhelmed, can't breathe, trying to do it all, be perfect, understand everything, but breaking down inside. This is when you apply Stoicism. Focus on what you can control. Write it down. Get clear. Breathe. Slow down. Accept what you can't change. For now. Act with purpose. Not to do more, but to do better. That's how you create space, how you regain energy, and how you turn collapse into growth. Know someone who's about to crack under pressure? Share this video with them. You have no idea how much it can help them get back to what matters. And what about you? Tell me in the comments. Which of these 4 pillars will you commit to starting tomorrow? Write it down. Make it real.
That's your first step. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next, and hit the bell, because next up, we'll dive into the roots of Stoicism with Epictetus, the man who proved that even in chains, you can be free inside. Part 5. Inner Freedom. Don't just endure, choose. You've been through tough times, felt pain, anger, fear, and yet, look at where you are now. Stoicism teaches us this: suffering is unavoidable. Life doesn't always hand us what we want, but we always get to choose how we respond. This freedom, it's an unbreakable strength, a treasure no one can take from you. Inner control versus outer chaos. The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. Marcus Aurelius said, "That says it all. Your outside world can shake, a job loss, failure, conflict, loss, but true power is no longer being a victim of these events. It's holding on to your inner freedom. The more you train your mind to stay calm, clear, and focused, the less you become a prisoner of the world's ups and downs." True power isn't raw force. You might think power means shouting louder, forcing your will, controlling everything around you. But real power is something else. It's calm consistency, steady balance even when everything is swirling, being a solid rock in the middle of the storm. It's not what happens to you, but how you face it that defines your greatness. Building this inner freedom takes daily work. It's learning to watch your thoughts, not getting swept away by fear or anger. It's consciously choosing to nurture peace, gratitude, and discipline. Every day, you can build a mental habit that makes you stronger, freer, like taking a deep breath before responding to a tough situation, reminding yourself of a Stoic quote when emotions rise, spending 5 minutes reflecting on what truly depends on you. In conclusion, your inner freedom is your most precious treasure. No one can take it away except you. So choose. Choose peace. Choose calm strength. Choose the life you want to live no matter what. What mental habit can you start today to strengthen your inner freedom in the face of adversity? Write it down in the comments and start your journey. Conclusion. Resilience is not magic, it's a discipline. We've seen it clearly. Life's challenges are unavoidable. They come for everyone, no exceptions. But what you can control is how you choose to respond to them. Marcus Aurelius doesn't hand you a miracle solution. He holds up a mirror reflecting your ability to grow stronger. Every hardship, every painful moment is an opportunity to learn, to toughen up, to become free. Stoic resilience isn't passive acceptance, it's an active discipline, living with dignity and courage even when everything around you is shaking. Don't ask if life gets easier. Ask if you are getting stronger. The key takeaway is you can't control what life throws at you, but you can master yourself. And sometimes that inner mastery is enough to turn fire into a forge and pain into power. Before you go, here's what I invite you to do. Subscribe so you won't miss the upcoming videos that will help you build this inner strength. Hit the notification bell to get these reminders of wisdom straight to your feed. Share this video with someone going through a tough time. Sometimes a simple message can make all the difference. And finally, drop a comment below. What challenge do you want to turn into strength today? Thanks for sticking with me till the end. Remember, true freedom begins within. See you soon for a deep dive into Epictetus's wisdom in the next video. Don't miss it. See you soon, right here on Deep Life Lessons.